I didn't actually invent Twitter. I built it, but Jack Dorsey, our CEO, kind of invented it. So, yeah. So I'm Glenn Cook. I'm the lead architect at Twitter. Twitter was originally it emerged from a company that I worked for called Odeo, which did podcasting, and basically Odeo was very unfocused, and we were trying to find what the heck we were doing. And Jack Dorsey, who at the time was just a developer for Odeo, he had a long-time fascination with dispatch systems and bike courier and taxi dispatches. And so he wanted to build this system that leveraged, SMS was growing and this sort of Web 2.0 social networking thing. So he went off and did a side project. And that became Twitter. Odeo was sold, but just got the investors whole. So you and me and everyone we know. So this is what Twitter's about. It's also about the internet. So the internet is a simple system. Fundamentally, it's this really simple concept where you can route bits over some wires. The web, similarly, is a simple system. I was at a talk recently at South by Southwest, and it was about the web that wasn't. And the visions for the internet were so much better than what the web is now. The web has one-way links. They're kind of boring. Our images kind of suck. These sorts of things. It's a simple system and it works. Email is a simple system. We have a from address, a to address, a subject, some other stuff, but it's not very complicated. It's kind of failing. It's failed. I fail at email, as Lee well knows, and it's been exploited. But if you go and look at server usage graphs, email dwarfs Google and Yahoo. You look at the Hotmail and Gmail graphs, and it's enormous. It's such a simple system. Telephones. All of you work on telephony systems, and fundamentally they're simple. You pick up the phone, you dial 10 numbers, maybe 15 numbers. That's as complicated as they get as far as an interaction model. Simple systems are awesome. So the question is, how many users do we have on Twitter, and how many servers do we need? We don't actually answer either of those questions. We have a lot of users, and we have a lot of servers. I'm going to get into a little bit why Twitter is so hard to scale in particular. It's kind of a hard problem. It's interesting, but up until recently, we were on 30 servers for all of our users. So it wasn't very many. It wasn't enough. I mean, South by Southwest was, we had our biggest day ever yesterday. I was watching the monitoring stuff fairly closely, and didn't actually see any slowness. There were a few spotty periods where we were dealing with some issues, but this I wrote down. But for the most part, anytime people were seeing slowness, it was actually due to the Wi-Fi. And one of the things that really struck me was my phone died well before the night was over. And so I'm not sure